Steve Jobs taking center stage at Apple's event in San Francisco. It is his first public appearance since his medical leave, and he did address his liver transplant.
So I now have the liver of a mid-20s person who died in a car crash and was generous enough to donate their organs. And I wouldn't be here without such generosity.
Jobs also unveiling a host of new or improved products, including the iPod Nano, which now has a video camera, a microphone, and a radio tuner. Several other models like the iTouch, the Shuffle, and even the classic iPod either got cheaper or got more memory. And Apple also unveiling a new version of iTunes, which it thinks will make organizing and sharing songs easier. The announcement may not quite have lived up, though, to the hype, as Apple's stock fell slightly, down 171.14, but it did, by the way, hit a new 52-week high earlier on in the session. And separately, Real Network says its Rhapsody subscription service application has been approved for iPhones. That, by the way, is the first time Apple has allowed an on-demand music streaming program on its devices in the United States. Connell.
All right, Ashley, let's get an instant audit on all this. Tony Danaher joins us this morning, Guild Investment Management in L.A., and Bob Brusca, Chief Economist, Fact and Opinion Economics, is here in the studio with us in New York. Tony, let me go to you first. Ashley went through the issues of what was addressed yesterday at that Apple meeting. Where do you think Apple is? Some were a little bit, as Ashley said, a little bit disappointed with what actually came out of it. I guess that's what happens when you hype something up so much.
Well, Apple, if you can be a victim of your own success, I think expectations are always going to be very high for this company. They've just done a stellar job of coming out with product after product after product that just nails what the consumers want. There was some hype, there was some hope for a tablet, there was some hope for some enterprise connectivity for the iPhone that would really give Apple some inroads into business. And that wasn't there. Everybody's happy to see Steve's back, and looks like he's feeling better. But again, as investors, there's a lot of hype. There's going to be a sell-off here, or at least a decline. You buy on the pullback.
All right, good enough.
Because the company's still got great products.
All right, Bob, what do you make of it? There's essentially, I mean, we can bring up a screen here that'll show it. There's a cult of personality surrounding Apple and Steve Jobs, as we know. We can look at, and a lot of people have been making, what, how did he look compared to last time we saw him, and what have you. And here's a look at Steve Jobs, January 07, June of 08. And yesterday's speech, obviously frail, he's gone through a lot. What do you make of all of that? This is a company that has a lot of other people working for it and a lot of other products, and did pretty well when he was out, but now he's back.
Well, he's important. He's been the brainchild of what's been going on with the company. When it faltered, he came back and infused it with new vigor and ideas. It's hard to underestimate his value to the company. I don't know how well they will do if he checks out of the picture, if he just decides that it's too hard for him, or if his health really fails him. We just don't know. I mean, obviously they have a lot of skilled people at the company. He hasn't done everything that's there, but he has really provided, I think, a key measure of difference that has helped to select exactly the right product, exactly the right design. Everything you read about it suggests that he has been a real hands-on and important decision maker. So yeah. I don't know. I just think that if you're an Apple stockholder, you hold your breath and hope he's going to be around.
Well, the recent reporting on it was that he's very, Tony, very hands-on in what's going on in terms of the new products that are being designed here, some of which we heard about yesterday, some of which we'll probably hear about down the line. Thoughts on Steve Jobs himself?
Well, he's a visionary, and he is, from the outset of Apple, he's always brought things to the table that consumers can really touch, identify with. It makes their lives more enjoyable in so many ways, and gives them new ways to express themselves through colors of their phones. It's just a very nice company for the consumer. They've always had an education market to go to, and we'd like to see them get into the business market more. But he is the visionary that really connects with people, young people especially.
All right, so again, some new iPods to talk about, new iTunes, more iPhone software. So there were some announcements, even if it didn't live up to all the hype, Tony and Bob. Thanks to both of you.